Another element of the detail, as is the LED in the background. Key landmarks of Macau. Look forward to seeing landmarks of many of the top global cities around the world as we take WTT to the audiences of table tennis, to new audiences, to showcase these superstars.
And here we go, Ma Long, 32 years of age. He's been there, done it, got the t-shirt. Tournament wins 44. He's an Olympic champion, world tour champion, grand final champion. His win rate is 86%, the highest in this event in the world. World number 3 right now. And Lin Gaoyuan. Here he is in red. World number 5. 4 tournament wins. A win rate of 73%. And their head-to-head, Ma Long has won every single battle against Lin Gaoyuan. And in their last best of 7, Ma Long won 4-0.
And really interesting, Dan, you know, in this WTT Macau event, Xu Xin was seeded 1 coming into the final list. Ma Long 2, Lin Gaoyuan 3, and Hugo Calderano 4, as we just see the head-to-heads.
Here we go here. Years pro, Ma Long, 4 years. More professional experience than Lin Gaoyuan on the international circuit. Ma Long's been around since 2005. And he has put a real show on for the table tennis world.
And through the top 4 seed battles, Dan, of course, with Fan Jiandong not able to then participate in the end for reasons understandable, of course, in these times. Xu Xin ended up seeded 1, Ma Long 2, Lin Gaoyuan 3, Hugo Calderano 4, because in those matches, when they did play those best of 5, up to 5 points, in the top 4 seeded match, when these two clashed, Ma Long was victorious 3-1 against Lin Gaoyuan. Xu Xin then beat Ma Long 3-2 in the winner versus winner top 4 seeded match, the battle number 2 within that format. And when Lin Gaoyuan, after that match against Ma Long, well, he defeated Hugo Calderano 3-2 to set up this semi-final. So Ma Long already beaten Lin Gaoyuan here in Macau. Will that be a factor?
Absolutely will be, yeah. It will give Ma Long that confidence. And also, as we've said, Lin Gaoyuan has struggled to even win games off of Ma Long, let alone the match. But we do know Lin Gaoyuan is playing very well. Took out Fang Bo in the quarterfinals, 3-1. Lin Gaoyuan is a very fast, intense, aggressive player. And if he can string his shots together and impose his game style against Ma Long, he has a shot. But Ma Long, he's very good at adapting. The most adaptable player on the circuit.
A couple of things I think I'm looking out for here, Dan, is Lin Gaoyuan, you know, he's shown here in Macau that he can come back also, you know, that resilience. So Hugo Calderano was winning 2-0 in that best of 5 top 4 seed battle, battle 2. He won it 3-2 in the end to secure himself in this match. And also the fact, wow, that Ma Long, that man there who's opened in style, the fact that he's, you know, lost here to Xu Xin 3-2 because of this new format. Great that that takes place, but he still comes back into it. Let's see how he reacts. And it's a strong reaction already. Takes the first 2 points with a serious level of aggression and intent.
Left, 2 love.
Backhand to backhand exchange, both going down the line. Lin Gaoyuan, of course, being left-handed. Oh. Yeah, Ma Long already coming strong out the blocks, focused, switched on. And when his shots are flowing like this, he is so hard to beat. His consistency is phenomenal.
1-4.
When you play Ma Long, you're not going to get any cheap points. You're not going to be able to, you know, win these. Ma Long just doesn't make those basic errors. He's so consistent. So Lin Gaoyuan's going to have to play at the top of his game here. Already, Ma Long mixing up the short game. He flicked the previous serve. This time he's digged long into the body of Lin Gaoyuan. Fantastic placement. And that forces Lin to go long. Ma Long, 5-1.
Good start from Ma Long. And again, we've talked about it throughout this week. Lots of debate on lots of channels through these last months when we've all had perhaps a little bit more time to step back, reflect, think, debate, discuss, be on various podcasts, talk shows, lots of discussion about who is the greatest of all time, who is the GOAT in table tennis, men's and women's. And in the men's, Ma Long certainly features in the top 2 or 3.
He's fantastic to watch. So elegant and just so consistent. He really is remarkable, and I think everyone around the table tennis world would agree with us.
That's a great example there of how he just adjusts, you know, the forehand there. He can't hit it with unbelievable power, but there, because of the angle and the ball was falling low a little bit, he was able to just lift it up a little bit with spin. 9-1. Does this send a sign to Lin Gaoyuan? Does this send a sign to the other 2 semi-finalists? Even more broadly, does this send a sign that Ma Long is up for WTT 2021? Watch out.
I think it does. You know, he just came back from winning the ITTF finals, took out Fan Zhendong, got revenge over Fan Zhendong after the World Cup. They both had an incredible final. It reminded me of the Ma Long versus Zhang Jike battles back in the day. But look, Lin Gaoyuan, world-class player, world number 5. If he can get ahead in a few of the games, put some pressure on Ma Long, put some doubt, he does have a chance. We know that. It's just Ma Long is Ma Long. Lovely backhand there from Lin Gaoyuan. This time wins the short game after Ma Long. Good touch. Oof.
9-5.
You can see here how important the touch game is in table tennis. It's just as important as the backhand and forehand. If anything, it's more important. The serve receive is everything.
Turn 5.
So just clip the edge, Ma Long. You can hear the lightning sound effects. Ma Long's got himself 5 game points. Only one needed, takes it, 11-5. And a very, very strong, dominating start there from the world number 3, Ma Long. And Johnny, you know, we've talked a lot about who the GOAT is of table tennis, Ma Long. Yeah, it's, you know, when Lin Gaoyuan was asked the question, who do you think is the best player of all time? And who would win between Ma Long and Waltner? He actually said, if Waltner was playing with the old ball, Waltner would win. If Ma Long was playing with the plastic ball, Ma Long would win. And when they're both in their prime, of course.
Interesting.
So it's very hard to compare. They both had different events back then and different results, but Ma Long has won a lot of events. And if he goes to win Tokyo as well in the Olympics.
I agree, Dan. It's difficult in all sports to compare the different eras because the conditions are of course different, and the equipment, and all sports need to keep inventing, reinventing, you know, pushing the boundaries sports have to be relevant in the marketplace for the fans who, you know, as time goes on, have different expectations. And within that, then, it's difficult to compare. But maybe if I pick up what you're saying there, in terms of results, Ma Long has one heck of a CV. And if, again, what you're thinking, if he was to win in Tokyo, that would seal it completely. I don't think, well, maybe we wouldn't be able to have the fun on the discussion groups and the webinars and the talk shows anymore, because it would be decided, no?
For sure.
Second game, Ma Long to
But
serve.
Waldner, what a player he
Love.
was. What a magician. What a class act. Amazing to watch. And, you know, all the content that goes around the world on the platforms
One
now,
love.
amazing engagement. But we've had so many unbelievable players in this sport. And that's, I guess, another element of WTT. It's time to really catapult the sport forward so that all those stars that we've had in the future, we want them to be celebrated and to be known around the world. And known, of course, not just by the table tennis fan base, but by sports fans more generally.
双方运动员
For sure.
no touching the table.
So no touching the table, of course, due to COVID. Players are very much used to touching the table. It's a habit.
3.
So 3-0
Left. Love 3.
Ma Long. Net serve. Oh, what a backhand.
For
Weight
love.
forward, back angle open. Controlled Lin Gaoyuan's shot there. And of course, Ma Long was injured before Johnny, but his comeback has been incredible. We're starting to see Ma
Left.
Long
4 love.
at his best. I mean, he's 32 years of age and he's still going so strong.
5
Yeah, I was
love.
on site at those World Tour events at the back end of 2018 in Sweden and Austria. The two events that confirm the final standings in the ITTF ranking and therefore the ITTF World Tour
1-5.
Grand Finals. So the players who've accumulated the World Tour points and so on. So critical and great events towards the end of the calendar year in November normally. And unfortunately, Ma Long, who was in Europe for both of those events, was injured and tried to play, trained in both venues before, but just couldn't make it, his knee problem. And so had to go through surgery, but did so, has recovered, and I think all of us around the world, maybe not Lin Gaoyuan right now at 0-1 and 1-5, but I'm sure all the fans around the world delighted to see Ma Long making a recovery. And the speech he made in the ITTF Star
1-5.
Awards when he won his Male Player Star Player Award, just incredible. English stood up and inspired
2-5.
everybody from what it means to have come through the injury and come into the new, looking to the future, positive approach, thanking his fans, of course. And now he's in the WTT era.
5-3.
He is, and some strong follow-up flicks here from Lin Gaoyuan, very positive. Lin Gaoyuan's got to find something, be aggressive. Try not to give Ma Long time.
Six, 3.
Woo!
4-6.
Ma Long went for the backhand punch. Just stretching on the ball, needed to move in really. Lin Gaoyuan here in red with the serve, 4-6.
5-6.
Good pressure, Lin Gaoyuan. Lin Gaoyuan, I feel, has got to take some risks. Put the pressure early on. Oh, Fantastic play there from Lin Gaoyuan. Really starting to come into this match now. Staring it to the table.
He's done very well. Convincingly beaten, I guess, in the first game. 5-1 down in the second. Good comeback, little nod there, shake of the head from Ma Long. Seems to be wiping his racket quite a bit in the towel. Almost hitting it, activating it somehow, waking it up or something, you know? Come on, racket. My body and my mind knows what it wants you to do. You need to keep up.
Seven, 6.
Right shot there from Lin Gaoyuan. Read that as a float serve, but just overcooked it. I feel Lin Gaoyuan really does need this game here. Get some confidence. Does not want Ma Long going into a 2-0 advantage. Oh.
Oh. Who's going to win it? They both had chances.
Oh,
the guile of Ma Long.
How Ma Long kept himself in that point and come out on top. Absolutely remarkable. A clever drop shot there from Lin Gaoyuan, but that ball was fizzing. Ma Long read it.
Six, 9.
Big point.
Ten, 6.
Lin Gaoyuan, he's done well in this game. He's done a lot better than the previous. But the final later stages, Ma Long has just been that bit more consistent. And he's got himself 4 game points. The world number 3, Ma Long.
10, 7.
Ooh.
8, 10.
Clip the net. So a towel down every 6 points.
Still looks nice and relaxed. Gaoyuan there. Of course, they know each other very well, having been around the world at the events and part of the national team setup. Strengthen Lin Gaoyuan's legs for somebody who's so slight, which is great build for a table tennis player. Light on the top to be able to touch and play, and good feeling. And solid, strong legs to provide the base, the power, the explosive movement to play at the level that they do. That was a good, solid point. Good example of the touch and the power. Power underneath the table and the legs, touch and feeling around the net. 9-10. Oh, he's put Ma Long under pressure there. Gaoyuan levels at 10-10, and so, guess what? Game decider.
It is the game decider at this point to win the set, to win the game. And very impressive from Lin Gaoyuan. Won the last 4 points on a trot. He could do with winning this game decider, Lin. Wow! Ma Long went for the massive high toss serve, mixed it up. And Lin Gaoyuan pounced on it, but Ma Long somehow came out on top in that rally. Look at that block. And again, and followed up with the backhand topspin. That's fantastic. Under pressure.
Ma Long. I know we've seen 2 4-3s, Dan, in the first 2 semi-finals of the day in the women's competition. I just sense Ma Long, I mean, that was close. I just feel that Ma Long's gonna bounce back after the loss to Xu.
Yeah.
I just see him. I'm not sure this will go the distance. I think Ma Long's got a certain hunger about him out here. They want to finish the year, last event of the year, right, on the international stage. And again, amazing that table tennis has been back through November with the 3 events in restart, and now the first ever WTT event as things transition across onto the WTT platform, the new platform for the new era, the future. But to finish the year internationally as the winner is something he'd love to do, no? Especially going into that Olympic year now as the Olympics moved into 2021.
Absolutely. I mean, Ma Long's won everything, and I'm pretty sure he'd like a world table tennis championship victory under his belt, especially the very first one, the debut World TT here in Macau, the test event.
Third game, Lin Gaoyuan to serve. Love all. Love 1.
Lin Gaoyuan trying to take the risks, maybe a bit too hard on force there, misread the spin.
One all.
Coming back into the second game, Lin Gaoyuan, when he was down there 8-10, he really was aggressive, and that's another point just now of where he really took it to Ma Long, flicking hard at Ma Long.
1 all.
Putting under some pressure. If Ma Long has the time, he's got so much time and power and array of shots that you've no chance. But put under a bit of pressure. Spinny flick.
2.
Maybe not intentional from Lin Gaoyuan, a little bit of an acknowledgement of that.
Yeah, really caught that backhand there. Oh, fair play there. Well played from Lin Gaoyuan. Managed to contain the Ma Long forehand.
Three, 2. Two, 4.
Lovely. Free swinging left-handed movement there. A lot of left-handed players have the lovely flow. Say that about left-handed racket sports players. We see it also in tennis, for example, but seem to have that additional flow in the technique. And Gaoyuan, okay. Net ball during that rally that probably put Ma Long off a little bit, but he finished it well with that cross-court winner.
3,
Ma Long
4.
coming back at it. Grit between the teeth. Fast and furious over the table.
Four all.
Back to 4-all.
One, 4. 4-6.
Another backhand. That time well over the other side of the table, but just shows you how quick these players can move and how important the backhand is in the modern game for many players. Gaoyuan again moving across. That one was a let serve, clipping the net. But Lin Gaoyuan right across. Ma Long goes down the line, sometimes just to keep your opponent honest.
5-6.
Not to get into the routine of continually moving and stepping into the middle of the table. That one seems to have clipped the edge. Apology from Ma Long.
Yeah, impressive indeed here from Lin Gaoyuan, making use of that aggressive backhand flick to open the attack. The DJ rocking the tunes out on the towel break.
Lin Gaoyuan won the 2017 Asia Cup and 3 singles titles on the ITTF World Tour.
7-6.
This time Ma Long with the backhand flick. Lots of rotation. Not hitting it that hard, getting the spin. And Lin Gaoyuan just forced it long.
Good pressure from Ma Long. Not often you see players like Lin Gaoyuan look a little bit late to the party. But such is the speed of Ma Long's play at times, particularly on that backhand side when he gets it ripping. 7-all. Lin Gaoyuan could really do with this third game. Best of 7. We have seen comeback today already from 3-0 to 4-3. But against the Dragon, Ma Long, that's a huge hill. Should it arise?
Oh, wow.
8-all.
That time, Ma Long read the flick from Lin Gaoyuan. Played a fantastic flick, but that takes guts from Ma Long there to come around there. Wow.
It was so like clever. The orange ball was tracking the orange line. In this WTT branded setup. That looked cool. Oh, what an angle! Not even Ma Long could get there.
Yeah, left-handers, they're really good at getting that wide to the forehand, to a right-hander angle with their backhand. They can really pin out wide. Oh,
8-10.
Brilliant play there from Lin Gaoyuan. Ma Long caught him out with the push here. Managed to play it and then off the backhand counter. Taking the ball so sharp and early and really taking the game here against Ma Long.
So Ma Long now with the serve then. 8-10, 2 game points to save. Can't do it.
8.
Lin
Game to Lin
Gaoyuan
Gaoyuan.
swinging forehand, left-handed from the middle. Takes it 11-8 and brings one back. Ma Long 2-1. Just see this again in the slow-mo. Lovely flick again. Round on the forehand. Ma Long unable to control that one. Once again, third match in a row. No coaches on the WTT field of play. On the benches. Once again, 2 players from the same nation. Coaches there at the side. Once again observing, taking notes. No holiday time. Every moment, every shot will be analysed in the typical meticulous way of Team China. Dominant, of course, in table tennis. But through the WTT era, China playing a key role with Mr. Liu Gaoyuan being the WTT Council Chair and committing the support of China to help the rest of the world in whatever way it can, to create champions around the world. Always interesting, as we know in sport, to have duels and battles of different nations and continents represented. Only then can you truly be a world in an international sport. Play, participation, all of the clubs and competitions and national associations and all the activity, and WTT wanting to equally bring events around the world to showcase WTT events on top of the entire table tennis pyramid. We'll have a youth series launched, WTT, next year to provide that stepping stone for youths coming through on their journey. And then, of course, the whole structure of the WTT events, from contender to star contender, through to champions, cup finals for men and women, champion series for men and women.
Love one.
WTT wanting to really put a solid focus on particularly the women's side of the game, really raise the promotion and awareness of the skills and abilities of our players. And then at the top of the tree, 4 Grand Smash. Huge events, 10-day events, pinnacle of world table tennis. Like in tennis, the Grand Slams, like in golf with the majors. Watch out world 2021 onwards. Obviously with the pandemic and the vaccines dependent, but Grand Smash to come to the world of table tennis through WTT.
3-love.
Lin Gaoyuan off to a great start, game 4, 3-0.
Love 4. Let. Love 4. One, 4. Four, 2.
Red light. Green light.
So very interesting match now. Lin Gaoyuan 4-2 up. And I feel like he's got the belief now. He feels like he can take on Ma Long. He's in this, he's matching 50-50 and really making use of his backhand. Really aggressive.
4-3. Let. 4-3.
Yeah, clever from Ma Long there. He knows Lin Gaoyuan's looking for that backhand flick, so he's just taking his time, stepping out, look at this, and then finds the parallel line. It's one of the hardest things. If you use your backhand from the forehand corner, you've got to be able to recover. And Ma Long's very good at picking off Lin Gaoyuan here. Tried it again,
4-5.
but this time Lin Gaoyuan with the strong, aggressive backhand.
Acknowledgement there from Ma Long.
5-all.
But he's quietly going about his business here, Dan. Like a quiet confidence.
He is, and this is a real big game, this one. If Ma Long wins, he takes a 3-1 lead. That makes a big difference. If Lin Gaoyuan levels this to 2-2, it's all to play for. I just thought if Ma Long wins this game now, Lin Gaoyuan is going to be under too much pressure. Ma Long's going to ease off and relaxed. But let's see here. It's all about how well Lin Gaoyuan manages to get this backhand in play, this aggression. Well, there's the backhand there. Superb. And they're the shots he's got to play to win against Ma Long. This sort of quality. So Tao down again at 6-all. The music's kicked in to infinity. Great tune. It's a remix of it.
Loving the vibe, Dan. Loving the vibe.
I'm bouncing here.
It's all part of the offer. Fans there will be loving this.
Clip the top of the net. Ma Long now takes the lead in this game. Oh!
7-all.
Lin Gaoyuan done so well there. Ma Long come up with a sneaky reverse serve, which Lin Gaoyuan struggled to flick, so he had to go for a passive push. Came out of a fantastic forehand. Gutsy, confident, 7-all. Apologies there from Ma Long, just clipped the top of the net. See here after that forehand, just clips it. The way Ma Long shapes up to that forehand, his left arm gets used as well. He turns his body, legs. Massive. Ooh, interesting there. 1 minute Lin Gaoyuan hits a world-class winning backhand, and next minute he's done a few of those where it just completely misses the table. He needs to be getting those on. This is the difference. See there, Johnny, again, you know, game point now to Ma Long. That backhand there, just missing from Lin Gaoyuan again, 2 in a row. He needs those on.
For me, it's also the solidity of Ma Long's foundation, his base. You know, look there again, when he serves, he's already in a very strong physical position where he can just pick that backhand and secure points. There's very little loss of energy in the technique. We see it here in the slow-mo, excellent up close, look, and he stays close. He plays that ball, it's like a fluid motion. There's no energy lost, there's no action unnecessary, everything is finely tuned.
Yeah, he sure is, and Lin Gaoyuan's got a big task now. He's 3-1 down in games, but we have seen some extraordinary comebacks here today already in the women's semi-finals. Can Lin Gaoyuan do the same? So here we go, the semi-final match format, best of 7 games, and the winner who progresses into the final will have a win bonus of $17,500 just from this semi-final round. So a lot of prize money at stake here at the World Table Tennis event.
Lin Gaoyuan, shout in the crowd. Activating here, we've seen it around the world. Fantastic support. These table tennis stars in China, true stars. And of course, all the people from China around the world come to see, flock to see the men and women from their country do battle and support them along the way. It's tremendous, it's great following. WTT wanting to enhance that popularity, not just for the players from China, but all the players from around the world again, to promote the sport at a global, a true global level. Every continent. Oh, look at the power of Gaoyuan. He's punching into that ball. Oh my word! Look at the body action into that. He's given it his all.
Again, though, after the big rally, Ma Long comes out on top, and he's under so much pressure here.
Two love. Two, one.
Ma Long just stretching there on the backhand. It's a tactic he was doing in the previous game. Letting Lin Gaoyuan flick, being ready, and then playing on the parallel. Lin Gaoyuan, I feel, has got to start switching that backhand flick. Maybe sometimes going into the forehand with it. Yeah, again, Ma Long's reading that flick now. Going to mix up that flick, change the placement, keep Ma Long guessing. You know, also, Johnny, I feel Lin Gaoyuan could start using his forehand a bit more at the start of the point. Doesn't always need to play this backhand the whole time. I feel like Ma Long's really got used to that. We've got a timeout here now from Lin Gaoyuan. He's 4 points to 1 down. But yeah, if I was Lin Gaoyuan's coach right now, I would say, you know, start using the forehand a bit more. Open the play a bit more. We've seen when Lin Gaoyuan's using his forehand, Ma Long's dropping off the table. Both players looking across to each other in the battle zone. This new format where players are opposite.
Yeah, look, they're eyeballing each other, Dan, look. Hey, man, I'm feeling good. How are you doing?
Intense.
You have to look straight across. That's a cool. We haven't sort of appreciated that in full till now, because in many matches, of course, normally you have the coaches, and we've had obviously a lot of the microphones around the field of play, which is great. You can get a sense of what the coach is saying and how the players reaction, but of course, 2 players here from China, no coaches, as would be the same for any country. And so instead they just eyeball each other right over, as you say, the battle zone, the table. Look at the speed of that ball.
Brilliant there from Lin Gaoyuan. Got Ma Long off his line. Even though Ma Long come off his line, he's still executing strong shots, but Lin Gaoyuan took that early. Perfect.
Look at the height of the ball, the arc of the ball from Ma Long as he top spins it over. And Gaoyuan just holds his line. And as you say, Dan, on that last one, flicks through, takes it early. Left-handed, cross-court. Taxi, even for Ma Long, doesn't happen that often.
Whoa! That was the push flick. We've seen that in the past from Ma Long.
Ma Long.
Very clever, very disguised.
Ma Long.
Ma Long being told not to touch the table, of course, due to COVID.
Three, 5.
And that's also why players are toweling down a lot more in this event. So some people may have thought, you know, there's a lot of towel downs going on, but players are wiping their hands, removing the sweat.
Oh, great ball from Ma Long. Going completely on the diagonal. Lin Gaoyuan had physically taken up a position quite close to the middle, or between the backhand corner in the middle, and Ma Long spotted the gap and the opportunity, and he zipped it there to give himself a 3-point advantage as he wants to close in for a 4-1 win. Make that 4 points difference, 7-3. Service goes back to Ma Long. 2-point solid sequence here would give him 9-3 and surely secure his place in the first ever WTT men's final. Oh my goodness, and that's Ma Long at his best. Watch the footwork as he comes back in after the chop block, because he knows the only thing Lin Gaoyuan can push it. Look, Ma Long's already halfway in. That is just crazy stuff. That's like a boxer's, I don't know, undercut? What is it?
It's a set piece, you know, he's got combos. Fantastic. Ma Long knows after that chop block, it's coming back with a push.
3-9.
And he's just in such a good flow state right now, Ma Long. Not making errors. So consistent. I also feel Ma Long, in his mind, he knows exactly what to do tactically to play Lin Gaoyuan. He's got the extra experience. He's been there, done it. Ma Long's a senior player in the Chinese national team. And here he is, 9-3 up. Oh, and there's that forehand again. Wow.
10.
Once he gets that in. Unstoppable. And it gives him a match point. 7 match points.
11-3.
Ma Long wins it on the scoop. The slice, 4-1, takes out Lin Gaoyuan and earns his spot in the final of the World Table Tennis Macau event. What a game, what a match.
Incredible stuff again. I mean, Ma Long was just on it, wasn't he, in that 5th?
So switched on.
I should say 4th, 5th? Yeah, 5th. The score's just flicked up. I've just computed.
So switched on.
Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling. That 5th, he just did it. Look at this.
Ah, he's got so much feeling, Ma Long. He's not only a pure power player, his touch, finesse. And there he is there, humble as ever, thanking his fans. Ma Long, the first player to reach the final. There on the scoreboard, 4-1. Let's see what he's got to say.